acquire debt, and you would be paying the taxes on that property. And you're talking about capital gain if you are looking to sell it. All of you have to come together to sell that property, but each of you will be responsible for the capital gain. I don't know the location of the property you're talking, but you would not be avoiding any capital gain, because one thing about the U.S., like they said, Rockefeller said, we need workers, not thinkers. So everything is put into a system a certain way. Now, if your family still owns the property, it's never too late to take that property out of each and every one of those grandchildren's names and go put it into a living trust, and then you put them as the beneficiaries and you put them as a grantor, then you inherit the property tax-free.
They're going to make a telephone call right there. You're going to make a telephone call right there. You're going to make a telephone call right there.
Are you?
Could you repeat that question?
Listen, no, you don't need to repeat it. I heard what she said. She said she owns her property free and clear, okay? And she wanted to know, should she go sell that property and buy something bigger, or take the equity out? It's either or. If it was me, I'm an investor, I'm always going to hold on to the asset. I'm going to take the equity out. This is other people's money. OPM.
Peace, God. Peace, God. Very good. My question was, in the beginning, we were speaking about people's money in the bank. So my question is that I see a couple of older guards in there, they've been working their whole lives and put away these life savings. What is the risk that they have connected to their life savings in the bank right now?
All right, peace. Anybody that has life savings in the bank, that is the wrong thing to do. Because in that bank, how much are you earning in interest? And again, number one, you're not earning compounding interest. And I spoke about the rule of 72. So you mean to tell me you're going to have money in the bank for 72 years at a 1% interest, and you're not even getting a 1% interest? So why is your money in the bank for that long and you're not making any money off of that money at all?
So what should they do?
Okay, I go with both. Where you think at the bank, where they put their money? They put the only banks put it in bank-owned life insurance. COLI, corporate-owned life insurance. Become your own bank. Never put money in a bank that's not making any money for you.
Is there anybody else who has questions? Because I have one regard and then I'm moving around. Okay, you next? Okay, I'm coming to the front of next.
Peace. My question is, you have money, is it all right to put money in a bank if your money is in a safe deposit box? Does the bank have, you say that it's not good to put it in a bank, but what if you have it in a safe deposit bank, a box?
I'm going to repeat it. Let me just reiterate it. Going to speaking on the banks, dealing with the collapse of these banks. I would say this again. Money in the bank is more of a checking account to balance out the bills. That's it. You do not put any money that you're looking to save because you're not accumulating anything in the bank. You put that money into an investment that you're going to make money. Nobody puts money and keep money in the bank and it does not grow. You want your money to accumulate so you can be be able to acquire access. So if you have money that's inside of a safe deposit box, that is going to be insured by the FDIC, Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. Same thing, it applies, because whatever you holding in that bank, it doesn't matter if it's in the safe deposit box or not.
I got you. I'm gonna come to you next. You too? Okay. There was a girl over here who had a question. I'm gonna go right there. I'm gonna go right there.
Gamble with the money that you have in the bank somewhere, right? Is that what you're saying? But I'm saying, you're saying gamble, don't leave it there.
I never said gamble.
Well, I'm not saying you're saying take it out. I'm trying to figure out what you're saying.
Excuse me. Hi. Hello.
Yeah.
We don't have an argument, so he's next. But you don't have a mic, so you're yelling, you're raising your voice. So he's gonna go, and then I'm gonna come to you, and then she will respond.
Wisdom, equality, all that, and thank you, Queen. That was beautiful. Happy Earth Appreciation Day to everyone. Earth, you're doing a wonderful job, and I'm a real estate investor myself, and I have a few things that I think may need some clarity. One is the advantage of using the 1031 exchange. The next thing is the syndication, how we can use that as a nation. And the other thing was, we know that the dollar bill now is not really worth much of anything. So how would you see us as a nation using paper that's no longer worth anything? What should we also invest in? Or should we go back to the gold and silver standards, or someone going to clear up some of the paper? I think paper is not worth what it is anymore as an investor. So I think we need a little more clarity on a few things I asked you. If you can answer that, I appreciate it.
Okay, I'm going to touch the 1031 exchange first. Since you talked about the real estate of the 1031 exchange, 1031 exchange is not just for real estate. 1031 exchange will be for insurance and all different things in the financial industry. As someone who's looking to sell property and get something else, then that's when you would do a 1031 exchange to avoid the tax. That's very smart to do. But then you also have the other parts of 1031 exchange, moving over life insurance and different things like that. Also, with what's going on in a bank, like I said, we already know that our dollar is only worth 3 cents. So at 3 cents, no, I like tangible assets. And we should have never left anything that has an intrinsic value, which is gold and silver. For us to leave something and go to the fiat currency that's paper and worthless and just being printed out of thin air makes no sense. This is the reason now we are having a global currency reset. Everybody can see that it's happening because it is. Because the US dollar is no longer the world reserve currency. Right now you're dealing with the Chinese renminbi. They are the world reserve currency, and it was announced already. It was announced. So we no longer the world reserve currency. Our dollar is worthless. That is another reason Sleepy Joe Biden is coming out with the CBDC. That's the central bank digital currency. And that is under Executive Order 16047. He's implementing that so the central bank create a digital currency and be in control of everything you do in your spending. And where you shopping and what type of food you're buying. So you don't want to be in that system either. Now, the quantum financial system is the way to go under the ISO 222 contracts. Because that's the quantum financial system, and it pays out in minutes, billions and trillions of dollars in minutes. That's the way to go. People might get it confused because the CBC and the QFS are not the same.
Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna come back to this girl right here. so to the God over here who interrupted, it's not your time. You can have your moment.
I just want to say, this is not my question. That's all I was trying to say. So you're saying take your money from the bank and gamble. You're saying invest, right? So being kind of street-like, you're asking me to take my money to gamble, to invest, like numbers or whatever it could be. You call it something, but what I'm saying is the way that I think, I'm trying to get an answer, that you're asking me to take my money from the bank in a savings account or a checking account and invest. Yes? Okay, so is that in a form of gambling? No. No? Yeah, the question is that a form of gambling?
No, because she spoke on passive income, so that's what we're trying to get you to see.
Okay, I'm going to explain again. I would never tell anyone to take their money out of the bank, okay, and gamble. I'm not a gambler, so I'm not going to tell you that. I would tell a person, get your money out of the bank and invest it in something that is safe and guaranteed, where the bank put their money and give you less interest. So why are you not putting it into annuities? Why are you not putting it into insurance? And become your own bank that are guaranteed, because they're not regulated by no central banking system. Anything regulated by the central banking system is not guaranteed. And you're not going to have anything because it's going to take you 72 years to get that 1%. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, so I'm going to the young girl right here, and then who's next? No one? We're done? We done? Okay.
All right, I got one more question.
Certificate of deposit. CDs are okay to an extent because depending on the interest that you're going to get in a CD. If the interest is low, I wouldn't go with a CD. But there's ways of getting a tag account to the CD depending on the type of money you're working with. Because if you had 4 CDs at $250,000, you have certain banks like Carver, and you can have a transaction account guaranteed, and you be protected for that whole $1 million.
Yo, I appreciate it, brother.
And you notice, when she got out there, she said she's educating her to be what she do, to do what she do. That's heavy. And a lot of us got to take that spot. Peace.
Hey!
Peace. So it is now officially nation business. My name is Bilal Allah. Peace. So, couple of updates. I have a few. Harriet Tubman update. I actually spoke to the Secretary of Community Board 5 just as I was walking up the block, because we've been listening to it for the last couple of days. And her goal is to bridge Principal Jared and me before the end of this school year so we can prepare for September. Harriet Tubman is not going to happen this school year. We are going to be building to get in for September 23. The good news is the next Parliament, April, May, Mount Morris Park. The show and prove will be here June 11th, so we will be inside for our show and prove here. So again, thank you for Principal Barr for the relationship that we're forging here. This actually is being used as good equity for our return back to Harriet Tubman in the fall. So it took longer than we anticipated, but that is expected to happen. Again, the Secretary of District 5, she is going to deal with Principal Jack and myself before the school year is out, so we can plan and build and repair this relationship to be back in Harriet Tubman for September. That's that. The second piece is, in terms of the law school development plan, few things we need to be mindful of. One, on Thursday, we're going to have a Zoom call for our focus groups that we've been building about on how we get consensus on making decisions. That is going to happen this Thursday. There is going to be an email that is sent out tonight. Many of you are on it because you are part of that 5% Connection email blast. Those of you who are not on that, the Zoom link will be shared with all of the 5%, Allah's 5%, Nation of Gods and Earths websites and social media platforms that many of you participate in, so you know where to find the build on Thursday evening, right? It's either going to be at the guard hour or the build hour. That's also going to be indicated there. That's going to be your opportunity to ask more questions, because we do have a frequently asked question page that will answer many of the questions that people often have. Plus, you'll be able to ask them live. You will also be able to add on, share your ideas, and as it relates to fundraising, being a part of the law school board, the design of the law school, and any type of educational programs that will go in your law school. What I will close with is this. There are 3 projects that have been talked about quite a bit over the last several parliaments. The Stabilize the School Now piece, the prefabrication piece of, as I will call it, a short-term goal, and then a long-term goal of the big vision of multi-tiered, multi-use development plan that also deals with workforce development, et cetera, that we know that's several years down the line. We are here to tell you, 5 brothers, Hashim, Black Justice, Bilal, Tamari, Beloved, that how we envision it is not 3 separate plans, it's one mind. So we're looking to work with the brothers continuously to help stabilize the school now, because that is important, because it exists now. One of the things you should know and be proud of is that a law school now has insurance. So if anyone gets hurt in that facility, we will be taken care of and it can be addressed, and no legal issues. We, as a collective, work with our brothers who are daily there at a law school, Born Black, Born Justice, Allah Shaw, Value Education, to support them in making sure that that happened, because stabilizing the law school now is important, because 21-22 is open now, people love there now, so it's important that it gets taken care of. The prefab idea is just as important, because just as I started this build about having grace and having a place for our parliaments, those guards who built on that had the vision and the intuition and the wherewithal to build, to say, you know what, we need to have our own. Those brothers are right and exact, and we're here to support them with that. And we also know, as we build today's mathematics as wisdom and quality, and then we talk about our supreme alphabets, zig, zag, zig, meaning understanding. Meaning understanding is when you have to have vision. So that long-term vision is important. So we go through our worlds of zigging and zagging and back to zig again. It has to be about how you see it for the future. So here to tell you now is about stabilizing the law school now. It's about having a short-term plan of be it prefab or anything that will allow us to have our own and then have a long-term vision. So the idea is one. So join us on Thursday evening so you can learn more about that. So you can add on to that. And again, if you're not a part of that 5% Connection email list, there will be a link shared starting this evening on multiple platforms that deal with this nation, so you'll have access to it. And if you have a relationship with any of the brothers who you know is going to be on the call, just ask us, make sure we have their emails. Any questions before I close? We good? Peace.
Peace.
Peace. So Queen of the Embrace, State Supreme Mathematics is wisdom, equality, which destroy the building, so we know what to destroy. And a lot of us, but this is a day of honor. I always tell God, over the year, I've been, we got a conversation and say, we're raising thanking like God. Whenever you do it, I always praise. I always go, I said, y'all are only men, black men I know that's coming together collectively to honor their women. So, we're going to take that. Now, we would, one justice had built on what was the first of appreciation day. Now, we also did one in Mecca. A lot of earths that we have now were not present. We did one with just only the earth. In the auditorium, all the guards was, when we were here. What day was it? Absolute Intelligence. What year was that? 2004 or 5? Yeah, remember? Because what we did was, we came together and we honored each other. We bought gifts. We sat up, I made a bunch of, at the summer class that we had in Medina at Art Bars, I sold bought a bunch of fabric, and we sold the head wraps to give out. And we put together, Sean made a bunch of soaps, and we had to package them, and we bought oils. Absolutely was there. She's the only one that's in the room right now that was there with us at the time. And we came in here and we had a cipher here with just the herbs. And we gave gifts to one another, and we just built each other in sisterhood. So when they say there's no sisterhood, there is sisterhood. All you do is take one sister and grab her, and that's a sisterhood. And we do a lot of things. But that day, we had a lot of earths in here. And like I said, I don't see any earth in here except absolutely myself that was in that cipher. There's nobody else that was here. If was in the watch, he was in the that day? With us cycling us Okay. We were sitting right in here. So, and just on another note, God allowed built on something in regards to the buildings, and we said the guards and get together. There's some things that came into place, and it came from, and I don't want to, came from the mind of the earth. That prefabricated building was talking about